welcome to practice. I'm Donna Cavanough. We're going to, if you have a blanket, which I always find useful, fold a long, like a bolster shape, a long, narrow support, and that's going to go underneath your spine. So if you sit up with the end of that support close to your sacrum, and lower yourself as symmetrically as you can onto that support. You want to end up with your part of the sacrum touching the floor, so your hips are not up off the floor, they're supported by the floor. And test out Baddha Konasana, so soles of the feet together and knees out wide. And at the beginning of your practice, if this feels a little too intense for your hips, just put your legs instead parallel, soles of the feet to the floor. But if you notice that support under your spine, just let your shoulder blades, your shoulders relax either side of that support. Let the back relax onto the support. Just checking in, the back of your neck feels long. So your blanket needs to be long enough to support your head as well as your spine. Always put a cushion in there. So we get this nice even length, front and back of the spine and the neck, with the shoulders relaxing and the chest a little broader from the help of the blanket or the support underneath you. So we've made a few efforts here at the beginning of the practice to align and use the equipment in a way that nourishes the body. Well done for making time for yourself. Making time to replenish. Find the flow of your breath. We're going to deepen the breath and try to feel the movement of the breath in the back of the throat so that you can hear, like listening to the inside of a shell, almost distant ocean sound. This is the Ujjayi breath. In and out with the mouth closed. Use the Ujjayi breath anytime you feel like you need that extra support in a posture. A little bit of extra life force. Good, and then we're going to bring the arms and legs in and just roll off to your side so you can take out your blanket and lay back down with your back flat on the mat. Finding your Ujjayi breath, where you can feel the breath in the back of the throat, hear that distant ocean sound. And we'll take the arms and legs straight up. Good. Take the arms and legs away from center and press your lower back into the floor. And then back to straight up towards the ceiling. But keep your lower back pressing into the floor. So we're going to take the arms and legs away on an inhale. Back to center on the exhale. Use your Ujjayi breath. Try to keep your neck relaxed. Beautiful. Hug your hands and rock a little bit side, letting go of that muscular and the tension in your core body. Finding the flow of your breath. You can either roll to your right side to come up to sitting or cross your feet at your ankles if your core body feels strong. Sitting for a moment, and we're going to do a little bit of a forward bend. And then we're going to roll ourselves back down to lying down. You can pick your feet up off the floor. You can just roll your spine down to the floor. Rocking a little from side to side. So we're going to do a few of those, just sitting up. And you can do it by rolling to the right and using your hand to come up if you're feeling vulnerable in your back. Otherwise, we're going to cross the feet at the ankles and exhale, lift up. Little bit of a forward bend. Good. And then rolling back. Try to land without thumping. Up. And rolling back. Up. And rolling back. A couple more. Listening to your breath. We're going to finish off rolling back. So you're back onto your back. Nice work. Baby pose. We want to find where the body resists. So take the knees and feet as wide as they'll go. Just noticing where that feels tight. Where it feels like you're in good need of a stretch. Beautiful. And then last one, we're going to come up to sitting. Great. And we're going to take a kneeling position. So if kneeling is out of the question, then sit up onto a blanket and put your legs straight out in front. Otherwise, you can make a little bit of extra height, and that can go under your sit bones if that helps, because we only want to kneel if the knees are perfectly comfortable. Stretch is fine, but no pain in the knees. So if you experience any pain, put your feet out in front. All right, we're sitting tall, finding the Ujjayi breath. And we're going to lift the shoulders on the inhale. And as you exhale, relax the shoulder blades. Keep the shoulder blades down. Bring the hands on the heart. And as you breathe in, lifting your heart to your hand. And keep the heart lifting as you breathe out. Beautiful. We feel the heart center really expanded. And then taking the arms up by the ears with the breath. And down by your sides with the exhale. Neck relaxed, throat relaxed. Good. And then we're going to do a little turn to the left side. Take your left arm behind you and reach around for your right hip. Feel the ribs expanding. See if you can lift the heart again. And then the other side. Take the right arm behind you, reach to your left hip, left thigh. Nice work. And then forward Virasana. So take the blanket out, hands forward. Take your knees as wide as feels good. You might want to give yourself extra stretch there. And your hips start to go back towards the hip. That feels comfortable. And arms as far forward as shoulders can manage. And then all fours, stretching the fingers wide, even space. Press the fingerprint. Elbows a little bit bent, and we're arching the spine up and down in the cat stretch. Finding your Ujjayi breath. Arch the spine down, tuck the toes under and lift the knees off the floor for downward facing dog pose. We're going to lift the heels high and bend the knees and take the chest towards the front of the legs. Keep the pressure down in the fingerprints. And then pressing the left heel right down to the floor, and then bending the left leg and then pressing the right heel all the way down to the floor. And keep going from side to side. Notice your breathing. Follow the Ujjayi breath. Keep the weight forward in the hands. Nice work. Back into forward Virasana. Your left arm behind your back towards your right hip, just as far as you can. And we'll turn the torso to the left side and give your ear towards the floor. Mm. Mm. Good. Reaching your left arm forward again. And now take your right arm behind your back towards your left. Turn your torso towards the beautiful. And then lifting it up onto all fours again, arching the spine up and down, getting your hands in a good position for supporting you. So press your fingerprints. Good. Tuck the toes under. This time we're going to lift the knees only a centimetre off the floor and keep arching the spine up and down. Elbows a little bit bent. Try to keep the weight forward in the hands. Nice work. Releasing, knees out wide, and relaxing into child's pose. We're going to come up to standing. So however that works for you, I'm going to tuck my toes under, come into a kneeling up, and then squatting, and then standing up. Nearly. Okay, let's stand facing the long edge of the mat. Feet underneath the hips. We're going to roll the torso down and just go into your full roll down, wherever that might land. And then rolling up. And take your arms up. Urdhva Hastasana. And then rolling down. Bend your knees plenty. Follow your Ujjayi breath. Arms up. Urdhva Hastasana. Last one. Bend your knees. Tadasana. This time, we're going to do our forward bend, but without stretching the skin of the back. So let's take the arms up by the ear and then hold your elbows. And really, let's lean over to the right side so you're stretching your left ribs. And lean over to the left side so you're stretching your right ribs. And then when you come back to center, try and lift both sides of the rib cage, the elbows. Good. And we're going to make a back bend. So looking up, lift the heart. And with your Ujjayi breath, bend your legs and find your forward bend, bringing the bones of the spine. Just letting the legs stretch. So find where the resistance is. Reach your elbows out or down. Finding that deep breath. And start to straighten your legs. You can do one at a time. That might feel more effective. Just hold it for long enough to really stretch. Maybe it feels good to do both together. Keep the ribs nice and long, keep the heart spacious. Keep breathing your Ujjayi breath. Good. And then we're going to roll up and bring the arms up. Stretch the elbows up. Let's go from side to side again. Lengthening the ribs. Feeling the work of your core body as you lift your torso. And back to center and releasing. Nice work. Step your right foot behind your, I've got the wrong way, your right foot behind your left foot. So your toes are touching the heel. Now, we've narrowed the foundation. So if you find that you're wobbly, you could do this with a wall next to you, or you could have the back of a chair. So if you're really wobbling, take a little bit of extra support. The foundation is only 1 foot width. All right, let's see if we can get even weight, front and back foot. Good, and we're going to take the arms up by the ears. Lift the heart center. Make your forward bend again, and you can have your knees bent if that gives you better balance. Good, and you might stop with your hands onto your front leg or onto the floor if you reach there. You try to straighten the legs now. Good, and then we're going to lift up. Arms up. And back to Tadasana. So don't be surprised if you're a bit wobbly in that one, because we're used to standing with our feet under the hips, very stable. So it's more than a third smaller foundation. Okay, let's put the right foot back. Arms up, lift the heart. Try to get even weight, front and back foot. Legs can be bent if that feels better for your balance, or straight. Find your forward bend, this sort of modified Uttanasana. Bones of the spine reaching forward. Hands can be on your front leg or on the floor if you reach there. And then you can try to straighten both your legs. Good. And then we're going to roll up. Arms up. And Tadasana. Stepping back to your feet hip width and noticing how very stable that is. We're going to stand into the left foot and lift the right leg. Lift up as high as you can, and then take that leg behind you and lift as high as you can. The knee is bent. So you're tipping your torso forward. Just turn so you can see, tipping your torso forward. Good. And then we're going to lift the torso, bring the knee in front again and lift as high as you can. And let's do one more. Leg behind. Lifting the foot, lifting the knee, squeezing the right buttock to help you lift. And when you land, finding where that foot's going to go. Hip width. Parallel feet. Tadasana. Standing in your right foot, lifting the left foot. Nice and high. And then taking the left leg behind you. You want to lift your foot and your knee as high as you can. and tip your torso forward. Really lift the left leg. Try to use your left buttock muscle. Good. Bring the left leg forward. Lift the leg high, as high as you can. And then behind again. So we tip the torso forward. Lift the foot. Lift the knee. Really squeeze the left buttock muscle. Yes. And coming back up to Tadasana. Find where your left foot's going to land so that you're always in balance. What a nice idea. We're not flinging ourselves around. Speaking of always being in balance, we're going to step our feet out to wide, and we'll take a few steps to do that because you can practice your lifting your leg, finding the floor, and then transferring your weight. And the wider we step, the more you have to bend your standing leg to reach. So explore that movement in your own way. I can't quite do it once the legs get out as wide as your leg is long. Okay, we'll turn the right foot around to 90 degrees and the left toes in a little, and you've got your right heel lining up with your left inner arch. And this is for Trikonasana. So let's just feel the wisdom of the feet. Lifting the inner arches, the kneecaps, the quadriceps. Reach your arms from your shoulders. Good. And we're going to reach the right arm as far as you can. Trikonasana. Left arm goes straight up from your left shoulder. And then we're going to reach right rib. The left arm reaches back. Good, and then inhale. And coming up. Nice work. Arms can stay up. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Turn your feet to the second side. Reaching your left arm this time out to the left. Left ribs are reaching. Good, feeling how stable your feet are. Strong legs, take the arms to the vertical. And we're going to find that Ujjayi breath. Lengthening left ribs, rolling back the right hip, right rib. Reaching the right arm up. And then inhale. And coming up. Hands in front of your heart. Turn your feet to the front. Let's bring the hands on the heart, so palms placed over the heart. And find your Ujjayi breath. Lift the front of the legs while you're doing this. Breathing in and lifting the heart to center. And as you exhale, don't let the heart sink back down with the exhalation. So keep it lifting into the hand. As we lift the heart, feel the spaciousness there. So the heart could shine up and out. Beautiful. Now we're going to keep that feeling around the heart. Bring your hands down to your hips now and make a back bend shape. Hear your Ujjayi breath. Feel it in your throat. And we're going to take the torso forward, keeping that spaciousness around the heart. Hands can be on your legs or on the floor if they reach. You can turn your heels out a little bit more and press the outside edges of your feet. Find your Ujjayi breath. Lift the legs more powerfully. Front of the leg, back of the leg. Feel the chest expanding. The bones of the spine pressing forward. We're going to take the torso from side to side. If you're that feels good, you can walk your hand. You're feeling the flow of the Ujjayi breath and all of that space around the heart. Good, and then back to center. Reach the top of the head forward as far as you can or down towards the line of the feet. Beautiful. And then we're going to bend the knees and lifting up. Lovely. And then we're going to do our stepping in. Take a few steps so that you're practicing your being balanced. Whoa. Being balanced before you place your foot down. Notice the difference it makes when you do feel like you are in balance. Back to feet under the hips. Very stable. Feeling your Ujjayi breath and that beautiful spacious feeling around the heart. Shoulders relaxed. One more forward bend. Arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Keep the spaciousness around the heart, the bones of the spine forward. Take your forward bend and put your hands on your legs to support, or the floor if that's where you reach. And then we check, just double check. Do you really have that feeling that there's lots of room for the heart and lungs? That the spine is relaxed towards the front of the body rather than taut and poking up to the ceiling? And all the way along the spine, we want that feeling. Lower back, middle back, back of the neck. Good, and then try to straighten your legs. Ujjayi breath. Reaching the top of the head as far forward or as far down as feels good. Lovely work. And then from here, we're going to sit down. So however that works for you, take your time. I'm going to practice trying to get my heels close to the floor when I'm in the squat position. So there is not too far to fall. Always being wise above everything else. We're going to lay down and have your legs bent and your feet hip width parallel. Hug your right knee in and then bring the sole of the foot so that it's parallel to the ceiling, the sole of the right foot. And that means your right knee is bent. And you might be able to hold your foot here, or you can hold your legging. We want to try and relax the front of that thigh. Find your Ujjayi breath. Keep your knee close to your chest and start to straighten your leg. so that you feel the big hamstring stretch. Hear your Ujjayi breath, relax your face and shoulders, the throat. Just the breath and the stretch now. Good. Take that right leg out to the right side. Your left leg can go left, so you've got a counterweight, so you stay level to the floor. You might be able to re-stretch there. And then back up to center and across to the left side. Good, and then releasing that side. And bring the right, left and rights are all over the shop. You bend in your knee. Relaxing more and more the thigh. Take off. Doesn't matter if it doesn't go straight. Keep the knee, left knee, close to the left ribs. And then out to the side. Goes left, right knee can fall right. And then see if you can re-stretch. Use your Ujjayi breath. Anything else relax. So Ujjayi breath and the stretching. Good. Lift the left leg. Take across the right side. Use your right hand. Stretching the other way. Good. And then releasing that side. Bring the feet back into Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together. And the spine is supported on the floor. But letting everything relax down. Hear and feel your Ujjayi breath. Good. And then happy baby pose. Knees set wide, feet set wide. The different feelings when we start the beginning of the practice. Stretch your left leg to straight or in that direction. Bend that one and right leg towards straight. And bend that one. Good. And then hug your knees into your chest and rock a little bit from side to side. If you have space for your own relaxation, you could lay your legs out and take a Shavasana. If, like me, you need to finish your practice here, we'll roll to the right side and come up to sitting. And take the feeling of the practice with you. Namaste.